Hi, I'm Dr. Divina Lopez, a board-certified pediatrician with over 10 years of experience in pediatrics, and you are listening to Dancing into Parenthood. Hello. Welcome back to Dancing into Parenthood. I am your host, Dr. Divina Lopez, board-certified pediatrician, parent educator, and coach. And this episode is for the dads and partners, and we're going to be talking about the 5 most frequently asked questions that I get from dads about pregnancy and about moms. And as a matter of fact, some of them are pretty provocative, so stay tuned because this is a very interesting episode. So we're going to be talking about sex during pregnancy at the end. I'm going to start off with one of the most frequently asked question, which is like, am I ever going to be able to have time with my wife again? And the answer to that is yes, but you have to put in the effort to make sure that you are prioritizing her and that she is prioritizing you. And so this is one of the reasons why in week 4 of the digital program, we talk about reconnecting as a couple, because when a baby comes into the picture, and there's so much going on, like sleep deprivation and this huge learning curve of inviting this new little human being into your life and having a family. Sometimes we do forget to prioritize each other, and then what ends up happening is we become resentful, and we sometimes feel like nobody is working on the relationship, and sometimes people actually give up, which is really sad. But we have to understand that we need to make time for everything that's going on. That means we have to make time for all the things we need to do with the baby. We need to make time to have our own self-care alone time. And then we need to make time for the relationship, for reconnecting, for dating each other, for engaging with each other and showing our gratitude to one another for becoming parents and this new journey that you're on together. Obviously, if everything falls on her when it comes to taking care of the baby, when it comes to organizing the home, and you're expecting her to also make time for you, that's going to be very difficult for her. So you need to work as a team with her so that you do have the time to spend together on your relationship. It's a team effort. She will be able to make that time for you if you make sure that there's time for all the different aspects that she wants, all the different aspects of her life, right? And the more that you put the time and effort into doing this, the more grateful she will be with you, and also she'll want to spend more time with you. It's really easy. Okay, the second most frequently asked question from dads is, am I jealous of my unborn baby? I think there is such an emphasis on baby and mom. A lot of times, dads and partners get forgotten. They don't get that special treatment that many women get when they're pregnant. And then the focus goes straight to the baby. And so oftentimes, dads and partners feel totally forgotten, as if they had nothing to do with this. And they may feel a little bit of jealousy or resentment in that whole entire process. And that could be a very challenging feeling. You have to know that, first of all, this is really temporary, right? this is not going to be the way the rest of your life and relationship and family life is going to be. Absolutely not. This is a temporary state, right? Pregnancy is, 9 to 10 months. The first year of the baby's life is usually pretty challenging in that you're trying to just figure out the dynamic of becoming a family. And so I would say give that year, it's like you're testing everything out. So a lot of the focus won't be on you. A lot of the focus will still be on mom and baby. But things eventually will get back to normal, and you're not going to continue feeling this way. I do recommend that you always have good conversations with your partner if you're feeling totally forgotten and you are really feeling jealous. That's something that you should be discussing and figuring out how to, number one, you should be included in everything. But if you are feeling some type of way, you need to make sure that you have a conversation. This is a very sensitive subject, but you need to have conversations and express the way you're feeling so that you're not in that state for too long. And my third question is, will mom ever be the same again? And the answer to that is, she may not be the person that you met, because so many mothers go through this beautiful transformation when they become a mom, right? I always describe it as being very similar to when you go through adolescence. And men, you go through adolescence. Are you the same person that you were when you were a little boy compared to becoming a teenager? You've learned a lot, you've changed a lot, and hopefully it's for the best. It doesn't mean that you're getting a whole different person. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you're probably going to get a more mature version of your partner. You're probably going to have a really beautiful new partner who has had an amazing experience and now has transformed herself due to that. I do believe that people are always changing anyway. We don't stay the same like we were when we were younger. We have different experiences that form different thoughts in our heads or help us to choose different paths in our lives. And I think that that's normal, and that shows maturity, and that shows growth in a person. So is she going to be exactly the same? She won't. She's a new and improved version of herself. It doesn't mean that she's the opposite of what she was when you met her. It just means that maybe some priorities have changed. Maybe you're going to see empowered, inspired version of her, which, that's what I hope she becomes. And I do think that if you are her cheerleader and, you praise this transformation, she's going to love you even more for all of that, for accepting her, going through these changes, and you still by her side and loving her so much for it. The fourth question. Oh my goodness. So these last two are the doozies. And I get these questions all the time. I think they're hilarious. But men can sometimes get freaked out when it comes to sex during pregnancy. And usually in the second trimester, because of the hormones and everything, women are like wanting sex and sometimes pursuing their partners because they're like, I really am in the mood. And sometimes the dads get really freaked out. Like, they don't want to have sex because they're thinking or having these images of the baby inside of her. And so the fourth question is my like penis hitting the baby's head when we're having sex? And the answer is no. Your penis is not hitting the baby's head. So you don't have to feel like you're having a threesome with your baby, because you are absolutely not. Okay? I know you probably fantasize about having a threesome, but you are not having a threesome with your baby. So just like try to get that image that you put in there out of your head. Your baby is in an amniotic sac and is totally protected. And your penis is not going through her cervix and up into her uterus. So just get that image out of your head. The baby is not getting hurt and your penis is not hitting their head. And the last question, the fifth question, is like, well, if we're having sex and I ejaculate into mom, is my sperm like floating around my baby? And the answer to that also is no. Your sperm, like your baby's not like, get that sperm out of here. No, again, the baby is in the amniotic sac and they are totally protected around there. However, amniotic fluid around them, and your sperm is not getting in there and floating all over the place. All right, so let's just get that straightened out. And go enjoy your sex life even when mom is pregnant. You know, satisfy her cravings for it, and enjoy yourselves. You know, enjoy this fun new sex life that you're experiencing, but don't be afraid that you're hurting the baby. And, you know, find some fun positions to have sex in, because sometimes that's the difficult part, like figuring out which positions work best with her new belly. And yeah, have fun, enjoy yourselves. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode as funny as it is. Share it with all your guy friends. For all of those guys who ask these questions, because I'm telling you, it's sometimes like guys are afraid to ask these questions, but when they do, I'm like, here we go again with the same one. So enjoy and spread the word. Everything is gonna be cool, okay? Just make sure that you are enjoying mom, enjoying the pregnancy, embracing this new role of being a dad, and everything is really gonna be like totally fine. Just keep making sure that you're putting your work into it too. Bye. For more support from me, you should visit my website at www.drdivinalopez.com, where you can find information regarding my digital courses and membership. Also, don't forget to follow me on your favorite social media platforms at Dr. Divina Lopez. Thank you for listening. Please keep in mind that all advice in this podcast is general information. To understand your specific situation, you must consult with your provider.